Hi folks, Doug here. Ellis Car Customs coming to you from the island of Madagascar, also known as the island of misfit cars. Welcome back to the show. If you're returning, which a lot of you are, and I appreciate that. Welcome to the show if you've recently discovered me and you're dipping a toe to see if you want to keep following me. Hopefully I can earn your business. In the last episode we sort of whistled together our inner fenders and core support, you know, just kind of getting things lined up so that at some point soon maybe we can throw some fenders at it. And we've got a bunch of little pieces that need to be squared away. So we'll try to finish those up. We got plenty to do. So we'll keep plugging away and hopefully y'all keep watching. Thanks for coming. So before I get started on doing work in the garage, I need to do a little cleanup job here. The poor Mustang needs a battery so I can get thing going, get an inspection on it. You know, I took it down to get it inspected and renew the registration on it, and it had Takata airbags in it. And in New York State, they wouldn't allow it to be registered or inspected until the bags were changed. I found that pretty interesting. So I had to schedule to have the bags changed. So hopefully I can make it legal again. Well, let's see if she fires up. There, one more job off the list.
find love, just not for him. Told him not to pass this way again. Blinded by rage, ignore her pleas. He'd have her back and on her knees begging, please don't let me be forgotten. He called her man out into the street, love on his side, how could he be beat? A cloud of smoke and a shotgun blast, and someone had just breathed their last just 'cause he would not be forgotten. Standing as the other died. The sheriff said it was self-defense. He knew the risk and the consequence. That he lies in their eyes, forgotten. They lay him low in an unmarked grave. No minister, no soul to save. No one showed when they covered his bones. Left his earth all alone. In the end, he has been forgotten. In the end, he has been forgotten. In the end, he has
So our patched up plates fit in there pretty good. You could see why they had to be stepped and then stepped and stepped to fit around the frame rails. I didn't really even consider that when I was fabricating the bottoms of these things. I just could see that what was left of the rusty bottom looked like it had those steps. And so, yeah, I guess sometimes luck comes into play, but yeah, they fit around there like they're supposed to, and everything's bolted up the way it's supposed to, so we'll call that a win. There's my buddy Nomad. How you doing, buddy? So, let's revisit a piece that I showed a while back, and I said I'd probably need a new one because it was so rotten on the ends. But getting the inner fenders and these plates and all that stuff in, I can kind of see, you know, where this is all gone, what it actually has to attach to. It has to shape to this and shape to this and kind of be bent down with holes to attach to these holes. So that gives me an idea of what it would take to replace the missing sheet metal. And these pieces here, they go on there like that. So it kind of line it up here somewhat. It kind of gives you an idea of what's missing, how it has to attach. So maybe I can save this splash pan after all. I mean, it can't be any harder than the tailgate was, right? Figured I'd show you real quick. I got the exhaust manifolds into high heat aluminum spray there, so they'll be going on the engine soon. But back to this thing, you can see they had that patented GM asphalt stuff, and everywhere it was, it protected it really well, you know, but everywhere it wasn't, it didn't. But there's probably enough left of this thing, because like I say, what's left of this thing is actually what you see when you open the hood, or at least 90% of what you see when you open the hood. Watch out, buddy. And sucker on there. Yeah, it's 95% of what you see when you open the hood is still there. So we're going to have to get this situated and map these bits out on both sides and make the missing bits if we can. I can't see why not. I priced a splash pan between the cost of the thing and shipping the thing. It's ridiculous. So I'll have less than that in steel and welding gas, and I never charge myself for my time. So, and it's a good thing too, because I'd be expensive. So, another excursion into the unknown is in the can. Thanks for joining me on my journey. Big shout out to all the long haulers who've been with me through thick and thin all the way back to the beginning. I'd love to name you all by name, but that would take a while and I'd surely leave somebody out, and I don't want to make anybody feel bad. But we got some stuff assembled here, and that's a good thing. Got these plates finished and put in there, and all this stuff sort of assembled, and we've got an idea of what it's going to take to make that splash pan. Come on up, buddy. That ain't bolted down, buddy. He's looking at me like, you dick. Anyway, we got an idea of what it's going to take to make that thing bolt in there. And like I say, once you get beyond here, where you can't see it, as long as it bolts to these side pieces here, or attaches to it, that's all that matters. So come back next time and we'll start mapping out a plan to make this thing acceptable. Take care, everybody.